Previously on The Bold and the Beautiful.
I'm back from my fishing trip with John. By the way, my fishing trip is what I refer to as SeaWorld.
So did you have a good time, Dad? I mean, no one missed you around here, you know?
I had an excellent time, Rich. But you know what the most fun part of it was?
Let me give you a recap. Okay, fine. Tell me the fun
The
parts.
most fun part of it was the fact that I got kicked out of my own mansion. By my own son. But it's all right because he's doing a fantastic job. I mean, have you seen the numbers, Rich? You and Caroline couldn't pull it off.
Hey, me and Caroline hooking up is what made this company where it is, okay?
Yes, not to mention the fact that you lost your ability to draw. Who is it?
Oh, Eric, I'm so glad you're back. Ever since you've been gone, I have only had Charlie to flirt with.
Oh, great, it's Pam.
Pammy, can I talk to you for a second? This is something extremely important.
Well, of course. Charlie, are you still being a security guard? I mean, you really should look into retiring.
What I really wanted to talk about, Pammy, was those estrogen pills. I'm telling you, Maya is a transgender woman.
And how do you know that anyway, Charlie?
I have friends. Transgender friends.
Are you sure you're not a transgender man, Charlie? Did you used to be a woman in your past life?
Did you used to be a man?
Maybe.
Are we all gonna go around pointing fingers at each other, Pammy? Is that how it's gonna be?
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. Is there anyone in this room who wasn't formerly a transgender except for me? I mean, you've seen how many women I've been with. But I still could be masquerading around as something else.
But then wouldn't you be my mom instead of my dad? And then, does that mean that...
This is confusing me. I think I'm going to go back on my trip and...
All you cisgender people. Pam,
What?
what are these new terms you're using? Anyway.
That's what all the young folk are saying these days.
Yes, so you want me to identify myself as cisgender? Is that how it's going to play out?
Hey, as long as you're eating my lemon bars and I get to keep my job as a semi-receptionist, I don't mind.
Eric, thank goodness you're here. We have to discuss Reggie's
Brooke.
future.
It's so wonderful to see you again. You look extraordinary. Sensational. Smashing.
Yeah. Compliments for Brooke. Anyway, we gotta discuss how little Ricky's being a tyrant. By the way, did I mention Maya used to be a man?
Ridge, everybody in the world knows except for Wyatt and Liam, who are still trying to find out the truth. The Spencer's not the brightest tools in the shed. You know what I mean?
Tell me about it. I found out from Carter. And he wasn't even trying to find out. I mean, just imagine Carter's frustration when he found out he's been sleeping with a man. I mean, that's gotta suck.
I wonder if any of my ex-lovers have turned out to be... did you guys think that Sheila Carter looked a bit mannish? Nah. Alright, no disagreement from me.
Alright guys, I'm here for some lawyer papers. I just finished marrying Deacon and Quinn off, and their wedding is pretty pathetic. I mean, even Wyatt didn't want to be there and hoped she just Skyped them. Some daughter, right?
Hope is wonderful, from afar. But anyway, I've spoken with Steffy at International, and I've heard that she's going to be returning soon. So,
I heard she's going to give Ivy some heat. That's going to be some sibling rivalry if I ever saw one, or cousins, or nieces and nephews, or whatever they are.
are you guys talking about me? Hey, I too thought that Steffy and I we looked a bit similar. I mean, yeah, I think that Liam is actually with, me because, I'm Steffy but prettier and nicer, and less mannish.
I also feel sorry for Ellie. I mean, she's tired of being bullied. She's becoming the new thorn.
What is this about Allie being bullied?
Well, Eric, while you were away on your little fishing trip with my dad, Allie's been...
What is this Eric nonsense? Refer me as your Uncle Eric. Sometimes people just forget that, how we're related to each other in this building.
Alright, sorry. Uncle Eric. Allie she's trying to start her new shoe line. I mean, forget about being a lawyer. That's out the window. She's more interested in designing shoes, but Rick just wants his foot rubbed.
This is wonderful. How better to get into the shoe industry than by massaging feet and learning the ropes from the bottom? Rick is just, he takes after his old man.
Not to mention Brooke. I mean, Brooke used to be the slut from the valley, remember that?
Oh, good times.
Yes,
My God, what kind of favoritism is this? Ricky sucks.
If I hadn't come up with the belief product, no one would have known that I would have been the future CEO of Forrester Creations, and now my son, Rick.
Sometimes I think that Forrester Creations CEO position has been passed around more times than Brooke.
Excuse me.
Rich, don't talk about the real matriarch of the Forrester family that way.
What are you gonna do about it, Dad? You're not even my real dad. That's why you're always preferring Rick. It's always about Rick.
All right, calm down, Rich.